so much misunderstanding about what is in this bill and not in this bill. What are the current protections is really the question against having the wrong person.
Yes.
That's one of
Back to the
one
oversight,
of the
yes.
What's the oversight issue? Number one is habeas corpus. That's the most important protection we got.
Isn't that suspended under the Patriot Act?
No, you can't suspend habeas corpus. Since Lincoln, he did it. It's a constitutional right. Habeas corpus is in the Constitution. It shall not be suspended.
It's taken away from combatants, I believe. They don't have.
Well,
the
if you're
right
in combat, you don't have that's what we were talking about. If you're an enemy combatant in war, you don't have a right to habeas corpus.
Right.
Okay?
And then-
Now, if you're an American who joins the enemy, you still got a right to habeas corpus. If you're an American citizen, you got constitutional rights. You can go to a court and say, hey, I wasn't doing that. I was just driving around in Afghanistan, and all of a sudden some soldier came to pick me up. Let me get to the protections, because that's the key issue. We add protections in this bill. We don't subtract them, we add them in two ways, two important ways. Number one, when you're now captured, and whether you're a foreigner, whether you're a citizen in the foreign army, you are detained, and there's a determination made as to whether you are an enemy combatant, whether you took up arms against us, that determination. At that hearing, it's called a status hearing. Are you an enemy combatant or not? At that hearing, until our bill, you're not entitled to a lawyer, and you're not entitled to a judge. When we capture people out in Afghanistan, they don't get a lawyer and a judge to decide whether we can keep them or not, okay? Now what about someone who brings it here, brings the war here, which is what Al-Qaeda wants to do? Until now, till our bill, if we get it passed, you're not entitled to a judge and a lawyer. What you are entitled to at that hearing, that first status determination, what you're entitled to is a hearing with a representative to represent you. Not a lawyer with an ethical duty to represent you, but someone who can, for instance, tell the military or anybody else what is it you're saying to them. There's no lawyer-client privilege now. We say you've got a right to a lawyer with a lawyer-client privilege. And, for the first time, you're entitled to a judge. Okay? That's a huge gain in terms of, wait, just hold on 1 second, in terms of civil liberties. Number two, there's an executive order that Obama issued, which says you're entitled to regular review to determine whether you're still a threat. But there's no procedures to make sure you get a regular review. For